Hi, hello, namaste. Welcome back to our channel Balaji English Language Learners. ఫ్రెండ్స్ మన ఛానల్ ద్వారా ఇంగ్లీష్ గ్రామర్ 40 డేస్లో నేర్చుకునేటట్లుగా మనం ప్లాన్ చేస్తున్నాము. సో డైలీ ఈ రోజు నుంచి మీకు ఒక వీడియో మార్నింగ్ 9 AM వస్తుంది. ఇప్పుడు ఆల్రెడీ అప్డేట్ కాసేపట్లో మన మేడం తీసుకుంటుంది, క్లాస్ జ్యోతి మేడం నా స్పీచ్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత. సో ఫ్రెండ్స్, ఆల్రెడీ ఎవరైతే ఇప్పుడు చూస్తున్నారో వ్యూయర్స్ ఆల్రెడీ సబ్స్క్రైబ్ అయితే కనుక మీకు తెలిసిన ఫ్రెండ్స్కి సబ్స్క్రైబ్ అవ్వమని చెప్పండి. ఇప్పటిదాకా సబ్స్క్రైబ్ అవ్వని వాళ్ళు సబ్స్క్రైబ్ అవ్వండి. సో మనం ఏంటంటే డైలీ ఈ రోజు నుంచి 9 AM ఒక అప్డేట్ వస్తుంది ఇంగ్లీష్ గ్రామర్కి సంబంధించి. రోజుకు ఒక కొత్త గ్రామర్లో కొత్త టాపిక్ మీద ఒక 20 నుంచి 30 మినిట్స్ మధ్యలో ఉండేటట్లుగా వీడియో ప్లాన్ చేసుకొని చెప్పడం జరుగుతుంది. సో మీరు డైలీ కనుక ఒక 1 hour స్పెండ్ చేయగలిగితే ఇంగ్లీష్ మీద మీరు ఇంగ్లీష్ బాగా నేర్చుకోవచ్చు. ఇంగ్లీష్ గ్రామర్ అనేది బాగా వస్తే కనుక మీరు ఎటువంటి కాంపిటేటివ్ ఎగ్జామ్స్కి ప్రిపేర్ అయ్యే వాళ్ళది కాంపిటేటివ్ ఎగ్జామ్లో మంచి స్కోర్ చేయడానికి వీలవుతుంది. అట్లాగే స్కూల్లో చదువుకునే పిల్లలు అయితే కనుక మీరు మీ ఇంగ్లీష్ సబ్జెక్ట్లో మంచి మార్క్స్ తోటి స్కూల్లో అందరికంటే ఫస్ట్ రావచ్చు. అట్లా కాలేజీ స్టూడెంట్స్కి కూడా అంతే. సో ఎవరైతే ఎంప్లాయీస్ ఉన్నారో వాళ్ళు ఇంకొంచెం బాగా మీరు ఆఫీస్లో వర్క్ చేసుకునేటప్పుడు ఆఫీస్ లెటర్స్ ఇట్లాంటివి రాసేటప్పుడు సో చాలా నీట్గా పర్ఫెక్ట్గా రాయడానికి వీలవుతుంది. సో ఫ్రెండ్స్, రెగ్యులర్గా ఫాలో అవుతుందండి మన ఛానల్ని. డైలీ Day 1, Day 2, Day 3 అని కంటిన్యూగా 40 డేస్లో 40 వీడియోస్ వస్తాయి. 40 వీడియోస్ కనుక మీరు అప్డేట్ అవ్వగలిగితే ఇంగ్లీష్లో నెంబర్ 1 అవ్వచ్చు. సో మన మేడం ఇంకా క్లాస్ కంటిన్యూ చేస్తారు. వీడియో లాస్ట్ దాకా చూస్తుండండి ప్రతిరోజు. సో 1-2 సార్లు వీడియోని చూడండి. చూస్తే మీకు ఇంగ్లీష్ మీద మంచి పట్టు వస్తుంది. ఏదైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే కనుక కింద కామెంట్లో కామెంట్ చేయండి. అట్లాగే మనకి సబ్స్క్రైబర్స్ని పెంచండి. మీరు ఎంతమంది సబ్స్క్రైబర్ని పెంచితే మనం అంత బాగా క్లాస్ ఇంకొక కొత్త 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 కాన్సెప్ట్స్ తోటి చేయడానికి వీలవుతుంది. సో థ్యాంక్స్ ఫ్రెండ్స్, థ్యాంక్ యూ. మేడం గారు క్లాస్ కంటిన్యూ చేస్తారు. సో వాచ్ ద వీడియో. ఓకే.
As English language learners, we have come forward with a very good new concept that learn complete grammar in 40 days. If you just watch these videos in 40 days, you will have a complete idea of each and every grammar point. Yes, including examples we are going to discuss. Today we are going to discuss about nouns in a day 1 and what are the learning objectives. That means what are we going to know by the end of this session is that we are going to know the definition of the noun. What is noun? A definition of a noun. And we are going to know the types of nouns. How are we going to classify the types of nouns? How are we going to differentiate between the types of nouns, like which is common, which is proper, which is abstract? We are going to know about the need and the usage of the nouns. We are going to apply the nouns in a particular and a specific sentence. So what is basically a noun? Everybody can know that nouns are the naming words, but I give you a definition like this. See, nouns are a class of words in English language which define either things, places, animals, or names. Suppose you can even remember like this, like a game we used to play in our childhood. I used to play in my childhood that name, place, animal thing. We used to take one letter and suppose if you have 5 members in a group, we sit in a 5 group and one of them will be counting, and if you stop there, one letter will be there. That letter, what you do with that letter? Suppose I say A. With A, you'll write a name. With A, you'll write an animal name. Then you write with a place name with A and a thing name with A. Like that also you can remember. That is nothing but nouns are a class of words in English language which define either things, places, animals, or names. Suppose if I say thing, shoe. He wore a shoe. That shoe, whatever you're wearing, that shoe is a noun. Suppose if I say animal, cat. This cat belongs to him. The cat is so pretty. Okay, you can use dog. Dog is my pet animal. And you can name it as puppy. Yes, puppy is also a noun. If I say place, you can use your own place. Like if you're living in Hyderabad, it is Hyderabad. If you're living in Andhra Pradesh, it is Andhra Pradesh. If you're living in Telangana, it is Telangana. Or else if you're living in some particular place, that name of a place is also called as a noun. For example, I say, I visited Hyderabad recently. I visited Hyderabad recently. Then it is Which is the noun there? Hyderabad. Okay, if at all I say the name, it may be your name, it may be my name, it may be somebody else's name. Name of a person. Suppose if I say Ragini or Rajini or Vanaja, Kavya is my best friend. Whatever the name you are liking. Not only the girl name, you can use the name of a boy also, like you can use Rahul is my best friend, Rajesh is my best friend, whatever comes to your brain. So if at all I say noun, if at all I ask you to define a noun, simply without saying, instead of saying that naming words are nouns, you can just say like this, like nouns are a class of words in English language which define place, things, animal or names. Okay, so what are the types of nouns we have? There are many types of nouns. So first one which we are going to discuss, the type of noun is a proper noun. A proper noun is a name that identifies a particular person, place or a thing. Specific name given to a person or a place or a thing. That is a proper noun. For example, if I say proper nouns always begin with a capital letter. I give you an example here. You can see we live in India. India, I should be capital. Okay, that India is a proper noun. Okay, if it's a country, that is different from India. Our country is India. I do agree with that. But I'm not saying country now. I'm saying we live in India. Particular country name I am giving. So that is a specific or a particular name. That is a proper noun. The last day of May is a Sunday. For example, if I say the last day of May is a Sunday. May is also a particular name or giving for a month. Sunday is nothing but I am giving a particular name for a weekday. Those are the proper nouns. So what are common nouns now? For suppose I say common nouns is a noun that refers to people or things in general. Common here means shared by all. We can share it by everyone. Everyone can share it. For example, if I say boy, you are a boy, you are a boy, you are also a boy. Okay. You are a girl, you are also a girl. For everybody, we can say girl, depending on the gender, right? Not everybody means not depending on the gender. If at all, suppose you have 3 to 4 girls, I can say one girl, 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 girl. If at all you have here 4 boys, the boy, 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 and boy. If at all I say country, then maybe any country, but I am giving a specific name that is a proper noun. Suppose if I say India, that is a proper noun. If I say country, it is a common noun. It is common. Common here means shared by all. Boy, country, or if I say city, birth, day, happiness, bridge. For example, I give you a sentence like the nearest town is 60 miles away. The nearest town, T-O-W-N, town. Town is also a common noun. I'm not giving any specific name for that common or a town. And she is a good girl. I'm saying she is a good girl. I'm not giving any particular name there. Girl. She's also a girl. She's also a girl. She's also a girl. When I have a batch of girls there, you can say each and every person is a girl. So I can use girl for everybody. I cannot say Tanya as Sanya. I cannot say Jyoti as Vanaja. I cannot say Kavya as Jyoti. Like that. Clear? The proper noun for a particular or specific person, and the common noun in general if we say. Okay? Then, what are countable and uncountable nouns now? Countable nouns are those words which can be counted, which you can count in your fingertips. Like you can say they have a singular and as well as a plural form. They usually refer to the things. You can count the things, right? So suppose if I say many or most of the countable nouns become plural if you add s for that at the end of the word. Suppose if I say this one, pen. If I have more than one pen, I say pens. Yes, we can count the pens, number of pens. Up to lakhs also we can count the number of pens. There is a count that. You have a count for that. That is a countable. I repeat again, countable nouns are the words which can be counted. What are uncountable nouns now? Uncountable nouns are those words which cannot be counted. Therefore, they only have a singular form. They don't have plural forms. These words are thought as a whole rather than a particular part. For example, if I say we cannot count milk, can we count the milk? We cannot just count the bottles of milk. How many bottles are there? Bottles are again countable. The content which is present inside the milk is not countable. Or we can say the number of liters of milk, but we cannot count itself the milk, right? Water also the same way. We cannot count them. Those things which can be counted are countable, as the name itself suggests. Those things which cannot be counted are uncountable, as the name itself suggests. So now what are concrete and abstract noun? Concrete noun. First, let me say about the concrete noun. Objects and substances that can be experienced through your senses are called concrete noun. Like if I say, what are the senses actually? If I touch, you can feel it. Yes. If I smell, you can feel it. If I taste, or you can hear. These are the senses, 5 sense organs we have. Yes. I can see, I can smell, I can taste, I can feel, I can even touch. Correct? All these physical senses where our senses are referred, like we can experience, are called as a concrete noun. For example, I say, this ring is made of gold and diamond. This ring is made up of gold and diamond. So here the ring, gold and diamond are concrete nouns. Concrete nouns are can also be sometimes a material type. Okay. So if I say the phone is made of plastic and metal. The phone, plastic, metal. All these 3 are concrete nouns, material nouns. So what are abstract nouns? Just opposite to concrete is abstract. Abstract noun is a noun which gives or which names a quality or an action or a state which one cannot perceive through the one's 5 physical senses. All the 5 senses, anyone will not be there. Like you cannot touch, you cannot feel, you cannot see, you cannot smell, you cannot taste, and you cannot hear also. For example, I give you a sentence called, we all love honesty. Honesty is the best policy. That honesty I'm talking about. We all love honesty. Can we see the honesty? Can we smell the honesty? Can we taste the honesty? Can we hear the honesty? It's just what? It cannot be perceived through physical senses. Physically, we cannot perceive. Those things are abstract nouns. If you are using any of the 5 senses, that is concrete. If you're not using any of the 5 senses, that is abstract. For example, I say again, cleanliness is next to godliness. That godliness also we cannot see, we cannot taste, we cannot feel, we cannot hear. So I hope you have understood the types of nouns. So I will tell you some rules. For some nouns, we have same plural forms as we have for the singular things. Like if I say sheep, deer, fish, we will not say fishes, we say fish. Series or species, these are all plural forms only. Okay, suppose if I say some nouns are singular in form but plural in sense. By seeing it looks like a singular but is plural actually. So cattle, people, group of, yes, people, poultry, we have group there. But we only say in a single word. We will not say poultries, we will not say peoples, we won't say cattle. We say cattle, we say people, we say poultry, we say gentry, we say company, we say, yes, police. It's not polices, we say only police. That is actually plural form. We will not use it in a singular form. And alphabet. Alphabet is A to Z. It's not A or B or C or D. A to Z. It's again a plural in sense. We write it as a singular, but it is plural in sense. And the third point which I am going to tell you is some nouns are always used in plural forms. Suppose I say spectacles. Yes, that is one. But we use in a spectacle. That is plural form. Thanks, trousers, savings, lodgings, scissors. One scissor. We won't say one scissor. We say scissors. Compasses. People. Again, people are also we are using in plural only. And again, I say the fourth point as some nouns, though plural in form, are used as a singular only. That means I say news. It's plural, but we say only used in singular. News. Newses we won't say. Innings, scissors, spectacles, assets, tongs, wages, riches. These are examples. Some nouns have no plural forms at all. Like if I say information, advice, knowledge, furniture, progress, they don't have any type of plural forms. So I give you a simple, small, task. You can take a paper and a pen, just pause the video, take a paper and a pen with you, and I give you a few sentences, only 5. I'm not going to give you more than 5. Just write the questions and try to answer the questions in the comment box. Dash is a good boy. You can use any proper noun there. Dash is a good boy. Any proper noun. I said boy, so remember and write that. First one. Second one, if I say, what is your favorite dash? You have to write common as well as uncountable noun. What is your favorite dash? And a question mark. Have to write the common as well as uncountable noun in that sentence. So I give the third one, one should read a dash every day. It's a common noun. I want you to fill up with a common noun. One should read a dash every day. How many I have given? 3. The fourth one is, there are many dash in the village. Write something which is countable. There are many dash in the village. Fourth one. Last one I'm giving you. Once upon a time, there lived a dash. Use a common word there. Common word. Once upon a time, there lived a dash. Use a common word. Common noun. Okay. So I hope you have just enjoyed the class. Yes. These are the types of nouns which I was discussing with you all. Nouns are the naming words, as you already know. So let us see the next topic, pronouns, in the next class. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.